not too much of time. In this short 45 minutes of my interaction with you, sister was saying that we help people, we train people. Sorry, I want to correct it. We don't help anybody. We don't train anyone until unless someone is willing to be trained, someone is willing to be helped, someone is willing to change. I can only just express, I can speak, I can share. Change is a individual choice. And until and unless one is willing to, is open, no amount of training and classes and guidance is going to be of any, tangible help to an individual. So I am not here to train anyone. I'm just here to share few ideas which can be thought of as a new beginning. Yeah. So when we speak about change, as sister was mentioning, change always brings in stress. We are always in a comfort zone, which is already set. Why do you want me to change, sister? Wherein I'm comfortable, I am okay with it. A little bit of problem is there. Well, everyone has a problem. I also have my own set of share of problems. But why do you want me to change? Yeah. So what I would be sharing with you is a shift in our consciousness. And that very shift itself will bring in a lot of added benefits to our lives. So when we speak about maybe a change or a freshness, what I'm referring to is with respect to life. Yeah. So I'll share one of my wonderful experiences. Maybe a year back, I was in Delhi. I was doing a program for the Indian Army, and I have, as you might have seen, I have a practice of saying Om Shanti 3 times, saying hello, hi, exchanging all pleasantries, and that being a Hindi area, I use a lot of Hindi sentences also. And then, I mean, casually just came out of my mouth, and I said, "How is your life?" They said, "How are you doing? Hello, hi, Om Shanti, good morning. How is your life?" So if I ask you this question, how is your life? How would you respond? Fantastic. In public, everybody's life is good. Okay? And I mean, how can I, be so honest by saying, no, 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 my life is in stress? Yeah. I mean, if you go by all the social media, this is golden era. You have the best pictures in DPs, you have the best positive post. But if you look at the internal life, it could be miserable. But it's all about show off. With due respects, I'm not speaking about you. It only happens the rest of the whole world. Chennai is an exception. Okay. Adyar especially is a strong exception to that particular theory what I was proposing. Uh, anyway, um, on a lighter vein, don't take it seriously. Uh, I mean, in case if you feel offended, please tell me, Girish, this is not done. You're crossing the limit. I'll be the first one to apologize. My intention is not to hurt anybody's sentiments, just to bring in little flavor of, the churning. Let us all think about it. So, if you look at this particular question, how is your life? Probably what I can decipher is there can be three probable answers. If you can suggest a fourth one, I'll be very happy. From tomorrow onwards, if I get an occasion to speak about the same stuff, I'll say four options. But as of now, with my little intelligence and experience, I've got three options to this particular question. How is your life? One is good, as you all mentioned. Good, in bracket, you use all synonymous words: awesome, brilliant, beautiful, good, super. I mean, you can put in all the categories there. The second, exactly the opposite of good, is not good. I mean, again, a long list: pain, agony, stress, anxiety, don't know, insecure. I mean, again, a long list of not good. Third, sometimes good, sometimes not good. Okay. Good, not good, okay. Three probable answers. Can you think of a fourth one? Challenge, it depends on you whether you want to put in the third category or the first category. If you're married, then you will have to put it in the first category. ठीक है? Again on a lighter vein. ठीक है? If you consider your wife as a challenge, a positive one, then you put in the first category. If it is a bad one, then you can put in the third category. With due respect to all the ladies here and the housewives in bracket. So the second one, okay. Sometimes okay, sometimes not okay. It's in there. Not always good, not always bad. Few days are okay, few moments are blissful, few moments are really painful. So I mean the second one, balance. ठीक है. So in that audience, I said, those who feel your life is good, please raise your hand, which I'll not do it here. So there, most of them raise their hand that life is good. So I said, really believe you when you say your life is good. But then my inquisitiveness, I just want to understand. It's my little interest. Can you please share how is your life good? I'm not questioning it. I'm not doubting it. It's just my interest. I just want to know how is your life good. So there was a senior officer, maybe to the rank of brigadier in the Indian Army. I mean, a thorough gentleman, and he was, confident enough, and he wanted to speak up. He said, "Girish, can I share?" I said, "Please go ahead, sir." He said, "My life is good. I have 5 reasons for it." I said, "Please go ahead." I mean, he wanted some time because 5 reasons. I said, "Yeah, please take your own due time and please share 5 reasons why your life is good. Please relate to those 5 answers. If your reason for your life being good is similar to that, it is okay. If it is not similar to that, please, you can also share." So his first response was, "My life is good because my wife is good." Yeah. I can see few husbands smiling here. They can relate to it much better. ठीक है. I said, "Anything else?" He said, "Yeah." He said, "My life is good because my children are good." And he said, "Why my children are good? Because they get up on their own, they go to their school on their own, they come back, they are so disciplined, they have their food on their own, they are responsible on their own." And when he was saying all these things, the whole audience were looking at him like this. And one of them asked, "How do you produce one like that?" It's a major question. So he said, "It's a secret I'll not share." I mean, today's kids, they don't listen to you. They have their own style, and mom and dad have a miserable time making him come to the right direction. So, I mean, that was a question mark. But he said, "It's a secret, I'll not share it in public." He said, "My third reason why my life is good is financially I'm good. I have fixed deposits, insurance, gold, investment, property, any emergency, exigency. I have enough of reserves. I can handle the situation. Any challenge that comes in which demands a lot of financial security, I'm perfectly fine." Fourth, he said, "My life is good because health of my family members are good." I mean, they have a little bit of challenges here and there, cough, cold, fever, viral fever, and stuff like that. But no major problem like heart attack or cancer or depression, nothing like that, which is a long-term challenge. Family members' health is good means my life is good. And the fifth reason, he said, "My life is good because my boss is good." Yeah, I mean, here it could be a mother-in-law. Here it could be, I mean, with relation to life, it could be your in-laws, it could be anybody in the family also who is trying to control the entire family. So maybe your and my answer would be similar to these reasons. Yes or no? Yeah. Common understanding life is good, family member good, financial good, relationship good, job good, profession good. If everything is good, then life is good. And on top of it, sister wants me to start a new beginning. I don't know for what reason. If everything is good, I mean, you should invite somebody whose life is not good because they said life is good. If it is bad only, then you start a new beginning. Yes, sister? Our sister is not there. She only introduces, sets the topic, and leaves. All the trouble is with Girish, right? Again, on a lighter vein. That's how Vijayalakshmi sister is. Anyway, I asked that brigadier, sir, and I'll pose the same question to you. I said, sir, if very specifically, if I would have been interested in knowing what you said, those 5 reasons, I would have specifically asked you, how is your wife? How about your children? How about your profession? How about finance? How about health of the family members? That was not my question. What was my question? How is your life? I'm asking you about your life. He's speaking about the wife. So then you know what he said? He said, this is my life. I said, sir, if this is your life, then your life is not in your control. Question. Now, the important question is if we have to think about a new beginning, we have to understand where and for what. So, the question is, what's life? First, we need to understand that. Only then we will understand where to bring about a change. So, the question is, what is life? How is life comes later. So, what is life? Fantastic. So, she's speaking about maybe the duration or the way. But what is it? Yeah, one way to look at it is the timeline from birth to death. Okay, fine, understood. What is it? What is that? I'm asking what is banana? She's saying it's something to eat. That even I know it's something to live, but what is it? Oh, fantastic. That's interesting. I'll tell you what my definition of life was before I came to the Brahma Kumaris. And if we can bring in that conscious shift, itself will be a new beginning. And unfortunately, the kind of beliefs we have, the kind of mindsets we have, the kind of mental models, unfortunately, to put it across this way, I mean, my parents, my mom, dad, society, teachers, books, religion, friends, media, they gave me the understanding of what life is, which, I mean, according to me, I may be wrong, please correct me, which was not the right interpretation of what life is. And that's where, you know, I face a lot of challenges. I face a lot of difficulties. Thank you, sister. So if your questions are difficult, I'll have water from the bottle. If it is very difficult, then I'll have it from the glass. That's the two primary reasons, because she knows about the audience better than me, I think. Okay. So let me tell you my definition of life. Yeah. And the moment I came to the Brahma Kumaris accidentally, it was not a very conscious choice. And it took me almost around 1 year to actually understand and accept their, the knowledge part of it, which started sinking into my system. And I started bringing about little changes, the new beginning that I did almost around maybe 26 years back. So till that time, the definition of life for Girish was this, and I thought that's how it has to be. But I had no other options. I had no other newness to understand what life is. So let me tell you, I'll go back when I was in the second standard, 6 years of age, roughly around 6 years of age. Uh, I was not a very academically good student. Um, in Indian mother's term, a good academic student is a student who will sit and study. And generally, boys don't sit and study. I would roam around here and there, play around here and there, read for 5 minutes, and then roam around here and there. And during those days, my enemy number one, Jani Dushman number one, was my elder sister, because she would sit and study. And because of her, I'll get all the bashing, because my mom would tell me, look at your sister and improve. And I would get all the bashings. And at those times, I would really think, one day I will show my sister. I will see to her that I would go across to my sister and say, why don't you also roam around little bit here and there? I mean, you sit and study, good for you, but why am I getting all the beatings for my mom just because I don't sit and study? Anyway, I mean, I did not improve, and the exam dates started coming closer. The stress levels of my parents started skyrocketing. Exam was mine, but stress was theirs. Okay? And out of sheer frustration, my mother one day, because the exams were very close, you know what she said? How much marks will you score? How much marks will you get? And since I was only 6 years of age, my hard disk was 500 GB hard disk was completely empty. The problem with today's world is our 500 GB is filled with 600 GB of crap, unnecessary files and folders, which we don't even understand. And we operate our life based on all those junk files. So my mom, out of sheer frustration, told me, how much marks would you score? How much marks will you get? I casually, instantaneously, evokingly, spontaneously responded to my mother. I said, she said, how much marks would you score? I said, anything is okay with me. 2, 5, 10, 1 dozen, 2 dozen. I mean, it's perfectly fine. Kitna bhi chalega. Oh, her eyes popped out. She had massive cardiac chest arrest, liver attack, kidney attack, full spinal attack, full body attack. She was not expecting that. And at that age, for a 6-year-old boy or a child, the only love the child understands is which love? Mother's love. And when this little kid looked at the mother, she is in a state of panic and misery. Oh, I realize it's because of me, because of my statement. I immediately changed my statement to make her more comfortable. You know what I told her? तेरे को कितना चाहिए? How much do you want? You know what she said? 100 by 100. And the first thought that came to my mind was, I go and struggle for 8 hours in the school. I get all the bashings from the teacher. I get all the punishment. I have to struggle with the homework, with the classwork, come back home again, tuition classes. But who wants the marks? Kamalaji. I do all the hard work and she wants the marks. This is second-year-old child's understanding of what life is. And that's where we have to start afresh. It's a real shift in consciousness. As parents, as elders, as very important stakeholder of the society, it is our very, very primary responsibility to set the pace of where the whole society is moving. It's just not about you and me. And unfortunately, we don't realize that we are also caught up in that wrong belief system. So my mom said 100 by 100. She wanted marks from me. My first definition of life, thanks to my parents, wonderful parents. My mom is not alive today, with due respects, because maybe she was also not aware of what she was doing would have such negative ramifications in the psyche of an individual. How much will you get? Will you get admission in IIT? Will you get your first position? Will you get first rank? My first definition of life is getting. If I get, if I have, then I'm happy, then life is good. If I don't have, oh, gone. The new beginning, be it 2022, be it 2023, be it 2025, till the time I bring about a shift in this having, please have the best of the best things. I have no issues with that. But that should not define your life. And that's where the question is, what is life? If my definition of life is having, then if I have, then life is good. If I don't have, then life is miserable. That should not be the basis. Because then my life has to be mine. It has to be my choice. It should not be dependent on somebody, something, some getting and having. I'll tell you the climax of it, friends. It's very, very, I mean, what do I say? It's very uncomfortable. She wanted 100 out of 100. to the best of my capacity, although I did not listen to her very seriously, but to the best of my capacity and my ability, I studied, I wrote the exam. I mean, very relaxed, very easy, because I did not wanted marks. She wanted 100 out of 100. I was still more comfortable, very happy, very enjoying life to its fullest means, and that's how a child would do. And I wrote my exams also, finished my exams also. The D-Day came when the results were declared. In my good olden times, the teacher would declare the results, will hand over the report card to you. And my teacher announced, Master Girish, come, your report card. I ran with full energy, with full 32 Binaka smile on my face. And she opened the report card and she said, Congratulations, Girish. Keep it up. I kept the report card in the bag. I did not know what to keep it up because that did not matter to me much. I did not understand what is she asking me to keep it up. I kept it in the bag. Again, went back playing. Late in the evening, came back home completely drenched in sweat. My mother was, her heart was pounding. The moment I rang the bell of my door, she broke the Olympic record of long jump, high jump, triple jump. She dashed onto the door, opened the door, and found me standing there completely relaxed. She said, Did you get your marks? I said, It's in the bag. She pounced on the bag, unzipped the bag, took the report card. Oh, she was full of anxiety. She opened the report card, and the moment she opened the report card, her eyes twinkled. She had a twinge of smile on her face. Her body language changed. You know why? Because what she found that son Girish got 75% marks. That was more than expected. She was thinking this guy would flunk, and 75 was more than. She was super delighted. And the best thing happened. I looked her, observed from the corner of my eyes. And you know what she did? She went across to dad. And very proudly, royally, she went across to dad and said, My son. I said, What's your contribution, mom? I did everything. And she is basking in the glory of being so proud. Mera beta. 75%. I said, fine. She's happy. Teacher is happy. Papa is happy. I am happy. Everything is happy. So be it. Now comes the irony of human life. After everything was good and fine. After half an hour, my mom barges into my room. She da- dashes into my room, looks at me and gives me two big tight slaps, one on the left, the other on the right. Now I am completely surprised. I'm taken off guard. What is the problem? यार अभी तो 75% marks मिल गया ना, अभी क्या problem है? What is the problem? I couldn't understand it. I called up New Delhi Central Bureau of Investigation. I said, do a thorough investigation and give me a report as to why I got the beating from her. I mean, she wanted marks, not 100, 75 was good enough, and she was happy. What happened in this half an hour? And within half an hour, the CBI gave me a message, one-liner report. You know what was the problem? Rahul, the neighbors, he got 90% marks. In my colony, there was a Hanuman temple. I had already decided that if mom is happy, papa is happy, Marx is happy, I'll offer one coconut offering to Lord Hanuman and pray, thank you so much for helping me. Now, because I got two, I also increased my offering from one coconut to two coconut. I took both the coconut to the Hanuman temple, dang, dang, bang, offered it to him, and with complete sincerity, with a lot of pain, with a lot of frustration, with a lot of agony, with a lot of dard, I prayed to the Almighty. I said, Hanumanji, whether I get marks or not, he should not get. Someone else getting. So the first definition was getting, getting, getting. Someone else getting is more painful. Hello. This is how, as parents, as doctors, as senior, with due respect, I'm just using the word doctor, it could be any profession for that matter. You need to beat someone else. Why winning over someone else was so crazy, thanks to our society. I mean, you get better than somebody else. What's it? Can you enjoy someone else getting more money, more awards, more rewards, more respect, more love? And it's just not marks. I'm just using an analogy to it. If somebody, especially the ladies, if you are sensitive enough, why is my mother-in-law loves the second daughter-in-law more? Why not me? मुझे प्यार नहीं मिल रहा है, मुझे सम्मान नहीं, सब मिलना ही है. It's all about having. Even at the emotional level, it is love. I should get more. Yes or no? If this is the definition at a very subtle level, if this is what the craving is, believe me, any changes at the superficial level that I bring in, it may give me temporary benefit. I'll give you a very simple example. There are two words in English. I don't know in Tamil. I mean, please translate it. I mean, I don't know in Hindi also, to be very honest. I know about one word. One word is called as pleasure. Something very similar to that of pleasure is happiness. Yeah. So my question is, just so that we start thinking about it, pleasure and happiness, are they same or are they different? Different. Unfortunately, theoretically we know it is different, but practically we are all so obsessed with the pleasure part of it, and whatever is pleasurable, we say I'm happy because of it, and not understanding what the real essence of true happiness is all about. Question: suppose mom tells the child, you study hard, you get good marks, then I will be happy. Normal statement. Question: is it happiness or is it pleasure? Then don't use it happiness word. You are teaching the wrong statement to the young one. As mother, this is sinning. Sorry to use a harsh word. This is not righteous parenting. This is not authentic parenting. This is not conscious parenting. This is all flawed parenting. And I, the child, 6 years old child, I don't understand what you're saying. I understand, okay, fine. If I get, she will be happy. But sorrow. This is not happiness. So the question is, what's the difference between pleasure and happiness? I'll give you an example. Yesterday night I came. Today morning I had my morning breakfast, and let us assume I had paisam. Tamil Nadu sweet dish, famous sweet dish name is what? Paisam. Okay, fine, good. In North India, it could be a jalebi or a gulab jamun. Here, it could be a paisam. I had the paisam. After a long time, I maintain little discipline with my food. I take a lot of naturopathy, natural thing, wholesome food, less of the cooked food, but that's okay. Once in a while, I can also have it. So after a very long gap, I had paisam. And sister offered with a lot of love and grace. So the first spoon of paisam I had, I told sisters, thank you sister, आज दिल खुश हो गया paisam खा के. I am really happy after having paisam. Question: is it happiness or is it pleasure? Then why on planet Earth you and I use a wrong word and give a wrong message to my neurotransmitters, to my brain, to my consciousness that this is happiness? Then my question is, what is happiness and how do you experience happiness? If this is pleasure, if Marx is pleasure, new beginning, your brain understands. And the wrong vocabulary is setting a wrong precedence, is wrong habits, is wrong understanding, is wrong experiences. And with due respect, who is teaching this little one the wrong thing? Is us, is the elders, is the teacher, is the education system. I mean, I can't change the education system. At least I can, the new beginning, huh? One change. Let me not victimize anyone with the wrong thing. That is in my control. Yes or no? Who does wrong, I can't control. But let me not be a party to it. Let me not be a contributor to the next generation or to myself or to my family members. Two basic difference between pleasure and happiness. I mean, it's very scientific. I'm not just saying out of spirituality. There's a lot of research being done. I mean, as doctors, you would know it better. The first difference, pleasure is always is in taking, is in consumption. देख कर खुश, cigarette smoking, pleasure. Dopamine secretion. Dopamine is always a pleasure hormone. Happiness hormone is serotonin. There are a lot of functional MRIs done, chemical laboratory where these hormones are isolated, tested, and they could see the difference. When a person is in a state of happiness, a lot of serotonin secretion. When a person is in a state of pleasure, a lot of dopamine secretion. So even the neurotransmitters are different for these two things. And when the person was in a state of pleasure, his pleasurable experience was always in consumption, is in consuming. Lena, what I like about Brahma Kumaris, I realized it all later. These are all very new research. But 26 years back, I had no idea about what is the difference between pleasure and happiness. But the knowledge here focuses only on happiness, happiness, happiness. All the wrong belief system, the programming was slowly, 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 I was able to question it, delete it, and replace it with something new, understanding of what life is. Happiness is always in a mother prepares one of the best tasty food for the child. Question, she having it is what? She offering it to the child and spoon feeding it to the child is what? So simple. No mother, at least an Indian mother, will have it until unless she has feeded the little one. Her love and happiness comes innate, and what comes in consumption is pleasure, and she will sacrifice pleasure over happiness. And that's what typically, I mean, for that, Brahma Kumari's knowledge is not required. But when it comes down to everything else, we will sacrifice happiness over pleasure. And today, you don't even need a cigarette or a drug. Netflix is good enough. YouTube is good enough. Pleasure. And the third difference, all pleasurable experiences, very high propensity and probability that it will turn into addiction. All happy experiences will lead you to bliss, will never lead you to addiction. Happy, 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 happy will not lead you to addiction. But pleasure, 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 the dependency on the pleasurable experience will lead you to addiction. And at a later point of time, when I'm addicted to it, and if I don't get it, it will show me all the happiness, 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 and no happiness will not have it because he has basked in that experience of happiness so much. So today, Netflix, 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 and some fine day because I've got my ensuing exam and my parents strictly said no mobile phone. Smoking, 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 and suddenly you stop it. The body will react. Yes or no? And unfortunately, with due respect, today's young mothers, the child, because she doesn't have time, so khana bhi banana hai. She has to go to the office also. She gives that little mobile phone to the little one, and this guy is watching everything. And tomorrow you don't give him, withdrawal symptoms will happen. With due respect, huh? You know what is the greatest addiction? Greatest addiction of all, which I think, including me, I mean, I will not keep it myself away from it because I had a paisam today morning. The great, got it. The greatest addiction is food. Yes or no? इतना मेहनत करता हूँ for what? ये भी तुम अच्छा नहीं बनाते. This also you don't cook good. What rubbish you have prepared. I mean, typical male chauvinist husband speaking like this to the wife. I mean, old movies you might have seen this. This is what? Pleasure. And subconsciously I'm programming this is what I live for what? For pleasure. But spiritually, psychologically, I want to live for happiness. We have not even tasted what happiness is. Everything, is in the bracket of pleasure. New beginning primarily means a new understanding of how I'm living. What is the basis of it? What is the fundamentals of it? And with due respect, my college professors, my post graduation teachers did not teach me. My dad should have taught me all this with due respect. But unfortunately, he was ignorant. But today, when I am taken so much of time to attend a particular session and I have some willingness to bring about some new changes, then I think we should be really responsible to understand what is the truth and the reality. So, new beginning is nothing but understanding certain realities of life. So, my first definition was having. Oh, came the second definition. I mean, this does not stop here. The wrong programming did not stop here. When I got into adolescence, the 10th standard, 11th, and 12th, oh God, now my career has to be streamlined. And I was still not very studious, still not very academic bent of mind, still not very sincere with my studies. You know, there are students who are not as sincere as somebody else would be. Oh, my frustration of the parents escalated many-fold. You know what she told me, my mom? तू बड़ा होकर क्या करेगा? What will you do? I said, anything is okay with doctor, engineer, chartered accountant, fighter pilot, Indian Army, lawyer. The second definition of life, doing. I'll tell you my, very weird experiences. In good olden times, you might have experienced. That time there was no Doordarshan, there was no Netflix. ठीक है ना? Prior to even Doordarshan, the only social entertainment was one family going to the other family in the evening hours. Go there, meet around people, relatives, friends. Children will play, the housewife will have cook, everything. Yeah. And what I hated most going to my, relatives' place or the papa's friend's place was the moment you step into their house, Om Shri Ganeshaya Nama, you have not even put your first feet inside the house. The elderly person in that family will ask you, Kya kar rahe ho? What are you doing? And I would sarcastically think within, I am in front of you, doing nothing. But his question was directed to, what are you doing? Can I ask you a question? Life is all about doing. And thanks to the society, this doing part created so much of havoc in my subconscious mind and my programming. It will immediately give you self-confidence will go down, your self-respect will go down. You know why? Sorry, to make this statement. Girish, you don't exist if you're not a doctor. Doctor is a doing part of it, friends. Yes or no? The society will acknowledge only a doctor or an engineer. And if you are not a doctor, you're not an engineer. Your self-worth, it's not about what Girish is thinking about Girish, it's about how the society is asking Girish to think about Girish, which is such a flawed model. So all doctors and all engineers and all chartered accountants, they don't exist. Hello? Thanks to our beautiful parental guidance. You know God, in Brahma Kumaris, God, the Nirakar, he is a father, he is a mother. He also guides the soul. Like a father and a mother will guide Girish in this journey of life. But the spiritual journey, I mean, it's so very unique, so very different. And that's why we ask people to come and understand what true spirituality is, learn what meditation is, understanding this true meditation and implementing the concepts, the 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 philosophy or the knowledge into our practical life, you will see a lot of changes that is happening. What will you do? In the drivenness of having and doing or becoming, I had lost one thing, which is the essence of human existence, the being part of it. Who are you? A doctor? That you became. But you existed before that also. And you were so beautiful. You were experiencing every moment of your life. So, sister, you're very correct. You know what is the definition of life? My little understanding. You can correct me, you can go back, think about it, you can come up with a better argument or a better reasoning, a better logical understanding to it. But my little understanding, I'm very, very young to you, friends. You are very respectable audience. You have such huge experience. I'm like your son. And that's why I was not sitting here. You know why? Because when the sister got the spiritual knowledge, I was maybe 8 years of age. She's like my mother. I mean, would you not give your seat to your mother? There is no rocket science. Huh? Sister was saying, look at spirituality, and also it was not required actually. A very simple understanding. Someone elder to you, you will give that respect. It's very simple. It's common sense. You know, spirituality is understanding that basics. Unfortunately, we have lost the basics, and we are so, yeah, we are so caught up, and we are so um, obsessed with all the fashionable things. Anyway, the the having and the doing part kept away Girish from the being part of it. So, in the process of having more marks, I am studying with stress, I'm studying with insecurity, and the definition of life, as you put it very correctly, is life is an experience. What are you experiencing right now without doing anything, without having anything? What you are feeling, experience in the form of feelings, or I may call it as emotions, good, bad, worse, a lot of categories of emotions or feelings. I'm feeling peaceful, I'm feeling agitated, a good feeling, a bad feeling. So, right now, for no reason, for no season, at least for the next 5 minutes, without consuming Netflix, without consuming Paisam, without consuming Kirish sir, thank you so much. Your session was fantastic. It was superb. Someone telling me, no, no, it was okay. I mean, theek hai, good. Appreciation, negative feedback. So I'm neither having this, neither having this, neither consuming either of the two. And in that stage, what happens to you? You're feeling lonely? That's what your life is. With having a wife, children, and everything. COVID, with everybody around. The granddad was admitted in the hospital. No family members was asked to meet him. He left the body. Even the funeral procession, also, the family members, the first wave of COVID. What are we dependent on? And life, it's so beautiful. All those wrong mental models, it will give you opportunity to reflect back. Where am I dependent on? On whom? So life is an experience. The new beginning is every moment, whether you're doing something or not doing something, whether you are in the process of having something or not having something, whether you will get that something or not get something, keep it aside. Please work, no issues. But every moment, what's your experience? Is it stress? Is it peace? Is it joy? Is it anxiety? Please experience it, and please teach to the next generation. So the flawed model is get, do, and be. I'll give you an example. I want to get a lot of money. What will you do? Eat money. So money is wealth. Say, for example, I'll travel the whole world. I have a lot of money. I can travel to exotic places. So when I travel to exotic places and I'm in the Niagara Falls, I'm in under the Eiffel Tower, I'm in Burj Khalifa, I'm traveling. When I'm there, I will be happy. Be happy. Get money, travel, be happy. Click selfies, post it in YouTube, sorry, in social media, a lot of likes. In our times, in your times in North India, this means anguta dikhana. People will slap you. And today, this is like, that's how times have changed anyway. I mean, nothing wrong about it. That's okay. I want to get a lot of money. Why? I'll give you a better example. I want to build a house in Kerala, my hometown, for my parents. They sacrificed everything for me. 4 children. They sacrificed money, their comfort, their time, their energy, rearing all the 4 kids, giving them best education, making us engineers, MBA, fine. Time to repay back. A big palatial house with all the luxuries, with all the comforts. I don't want my parents to struggle now. Life insurance, mediclaim, anything goes wrong, don't worry about money, pop, return. And that's what children should do, to take care of the parents. I can do only when I have a lot of money. So the construction of the house is the doing part. I get a lot of money, I do the construction, all comforts, and when they stay there and I feel that they are comfortable, then I'll be happy. I'll take one more step ahead. Now I want to get a partner, life partner. What do you do with that life partner? Husband, wife, either way. Because when people say Girish wife, Vijay Lakshmi sister, Muttumani sister, they're not married. When they come to know they're not married, their eyes blinks as if we have done some grave mistake. Okay, why do you want to get a wife or a life partner? Forget it, why? What do you do with it? With her or him? Oh, I will love this person. She in turn will love me. I have one person to live for, one person to earn for, one person to be responsible for. Yeah. I come home after a tiring day. I look at my wife. She smiles. She says, I love you, hubby. And she prepares paisam again. Oh, then I'll be happy. Few of your faces look so difficult for me to understand that it never happened in your life. It seems you're saying, Girish, nothing of this sort happened when I got married 15 years back. How are you saying all those things? Anyway, I'm not married, to be very honest. So get into a relationship, love, care, support. One person who understands me, one person who I can fall back on, one person, all my mistakes she will or he will understand and compromise on, will not judge me, not blame me, but not label me. But that's a different story. She's the one who does the maximum. That's the practicality of it. The whole world accepts Girish. No problem, you have made a mistake. Back home, I have the maximum fear. What will they think? Hello? Yes or no? Anyway, and when she understands me, when she loves me, hypothetically, whether possible or not, then I will be happy. Correct? Fourth and the last one. Now I want to get a baby. Oh, she's not complete enough. I need one more, or maybe two more. She is a different RNA DNA. This is my blood, my mera khoon, mera bhavish. Okay, fine. You have a baby. You get a baby. What will you do with the baby? Oh, the father's love. When I come home, he will come, Papa, play with me, he'll hug me. Ah, then I will be happy. Yes or no? This is the mathematical formula of happiness. Get, do, and the be part of it. Spirituality changes a new formula. And the first step should be happy. Change it. With that state of experience of peace, happiness, confidence, self respect, do everything. Get married, get married. Whether she understands you or not, that's a question mark. I can't decide. I don't know completely. I cannot be confident. I can expect she would love me back. Don't know. But even that state, be happy. If I'm happy, whether she matches my expectations or not, I bet you, friends, the formula will play. That's how the design is. You will get what you want. Ultimately, what you want. If the getting part is the most important, but now you push it to the third level. I am happy, I am peaceful, and the starting point, and that's what God comes and teaches us, that my dear sweet children, the essence and the starting point of a spiritual journey is, as life is a journey, is you, the soul, by default. It's innate, absolute, intrinsic core. That's how it is. You need not do anything to be happy. You need not get anything to be happy, because you are happy. That's how the RNA and DNA of the soul is.
The moment I shift my consciousness from wanting to do something to experience happiness, wanting and sacrificing and doing hard work and lot of blah 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 things to get love, to get appreciation, to get award, to get reward, you are. And when I am in that stage or in that state of the highest, self belief, I was reading a book on functional medicine. You know what they say? The lack of self belief starts mental illness. I'm not okay. And God comes and nips it in the bud. No, you are not lacking. You are full. You are abundant inside. It's only that you have not tapped it. It's only that another Girish, thanks to my childhood experiences, thanks to my upbringing, thanks to societal norms, thanks to culture, thanks to beliefs, thanks to religion, that another Girish says it's not possible. But the original Girish, although the name is for the body, the original soul, by default, that's how the design is. And that you need to trust that intelligence. And as per Rabindranath Tagore, the intelligence of nature or intelligence of the creator. Milk is created in the mother's body post birth. Yes or no? Otherwise, there is no milk. Which technology? Hello? I was having paisam. One drop of paisam fell on the floor. Within no time, ants, they thronged on the. What GPS? What Bluetooth? Today I have to go to, airport, the GPS. Ants have. And who has created the GPS into that ant? You, me, artificial intelligence, big data, science, technology, mobile technology, space technology, nuclear physics. Hello? Nuclear medicine. That's all your creation. And I bow down to your creation. I have complete respect for it. But there is somebody, sorry, without a body, whose technology is much more beyond your and my imagination. And we have never dwelt on it. We have never respected it. We have never thought about it. We have never tried to understand his technology, God's technology. Why only two kidneys? Why only one heart? Your greatness is you can, do an open heart surgery, putting the heart into a heart lung machine, and you can replace the heart with somebody else's heart. Good, great. And I bask in the glory. Look what I have achieved. Fine. His creation. I'll give you a weird example. Today also I do it, a Garbh Sanskar program. We help expectant mothers, 9 months of right programming. The childbirth outcome is too good. The sanskar of the child is very good. Certain health parameters are very good. And we did a complete medical research. I'll not take much time on that. So this friend of mine came to know that Girish does all these kind of a Garbh Sanskar program. So I meet with gynecologists, obstetricians, fitness experts, spiritualists. We have designed a proper program for it. So his wife conceived. So this friend called me, Girish, you need to help me. When can I meet you along with the doctor? I said, please come. So the husband, wife, myself, and the doctor, and said, please, what should I do? So we started helping him out. So the husband was so super excited. He spoke to the gynecologist and said, I want a baby girl. So the doctor said, yeah, you can wish for it. And let's see whether there is a baby boy, baby girl. You should be a good father. That's it. No, 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 no. I want a baby girl. He was super excited. We tried to calm him down. ठीक है, have that positive thought. Maybe you will have a baby girl. As you think, so shall it happens. And out of the blue, what he said, I want it in 4 months. Hello? You want success in 4 months. Naturally, it is not possible to have a baby in 4 months. Will you wait for 9 months? There you have enough of patience. But for everything else on planet Earth, I don't have patience. Immediate money, immediate success, immediate fame, immediate काम होना चाहिए. Even if your 4G network is ringing, downloading, I have that also speed. I'm not able to have patience. Look at from where I can wait for 9 months. Here, my psyche is so pre-programmed that I can't wait if it is downloading. I'm calling my mom and she's not picking up. Why is she not picking up? Why is she not picking up? I'm anxious. वहां patience है, यहाँ नहीं हो सकता है. Look how we have changed. The new beginning has to be in every moment. She's not picking up. My mom is not picking up a call. It's a very urgent call. What is your experience? Calmness. Your parasympathetic system. But what is happening is your sympathetic system. Your Pingla Nadi is in a high state. And it's all disturbing your breathing and it's all disturbing your mental state. And then I want peace. Then I want healthy. Not possible. Sorry. The whole programming is, I mean, in jitters, and I want to experience healthy body, healthy mind, healthy relationship, healthy life. God comes and teaches us life is an experience and it is not dependent on anyone. It's my choice. It starts with me. It's my prerogative. It's my fundamental birthright. Even if you stand and say, Girish, what a pathetic, miserable talk you have given, listening to it, I experienced life because my life is in my control. Thank you. I will continue doing it. The lecture. You did not like it, that's okay. But your not liking it should not disturb me because I can't match the whole world's liking. A new beginning. Can I be an example and a sample of experiencing peace? You know, a husband wife came and complained against the daughter. She was almost around 28 years of age and she was not willing to get married. So since I'm into counseling, they came and said, Sir, please, isko samjhao, make her understand to get married. I said, fine. I said, why do you not want to get married? So she said, I can't speak in front of them. I want to have a one-on-one discussion with you. So I looked at the parents. The parents said, yeah, please talk to her, but convince her to get married. Your daughter, I do the convincing part of it. This is such a big combination. I said, okay, let me try. They went out. I said, tell me, young girl, what's your problem? Why don't you want to get married? You know what she told me? The shock of my life. You know, she told me, इनको देखकर शादी करने का मन नहीं करता. Looking at them, I don't want to get married. They kept on fighting, crying. You are not a role model of a typical good, happy husband. You are not an example of experiencing peace, love, happy wife, and you want your daughter to get married and again lead a miserable, become a miserable wife. And today's children are very smart. They want to see everything practically. So nobody understands by preaching. Even I did not understand. I told you I took 1 year to understand the Brahma Kumaris knowledge. You know how? Looking at these sisters, I could see them practicing what they are speaking. Every day there is so much programs. She manages this center, 30 odd young sisters and brothers under her supervision. She is responsible and she is stress free. I have a hospital, 30 bedded hospital, and I am stressed. I have a total staff strength of 50 people and I'm super stressed. Yeah, 30 people, the parents, the Brahma Kumaris, the whole, anything goes wrong, Muttumani sister is responsible. And not only this center, she has so many centers. I don't know how many centers. Then they have one newly constructed retreat center, Peace Village. Peace Village? Peace Garden, sorry. Peace Village is in other part of. She's like a CEO, but a CEO with a spiritual touch. So when I look at her, when I look at other sisters, when I look at dadis, when I look at the seniors, such big operational functional unit, but then they are experiencing peace, they are experiencing life. Then I get little confidence. Okay, fine, let me also. This is what the purpose of life is, to experience peace, love, happiness. I am fulfilled soul. This moment, if I get this, only then I will. Right now, at this moment, oh, I will try to get that. There's nothing wrong about it. But the whole process also has to be very peaceful. And after your effort also, even if it doesn't translate into getting me what I expected, then also I'm peaceful because मेरे आदत हो गई है, because I'm habituated to peace. I am programmed to experience peace. That's the primary essence of human life. So a new start at the practical level. N, please have, a lot of changes in the nutrition. Have wholesome food. What food, who is preparing it, when are you having it, what is the content? Because the energy is positive and negative. Nutrition. E for exercise. I am depressed and you ask me to go for a swimming, 30 minutes swimming. After 30 minutes of swimming, what will I feel? Depressed? Kabhi nahi. I don't do swimming, I don't do jogging, I don't go to Mahavalipuram and run for 30 minutes. Then nothing will happen. Exercise changes. I don't have time to speak much about it. Please, 15 minutes of exercise. Just your stretching, move all your movements. You know better how the psychophysio, responses happen. E for exercise. W, N-E-W, water. Water is the most natural, unadulterated stuff in comparison to all other things. Although today we are speaking about alkaline water and all those water, but water is, हम लोग खाने का बहुत ध्यान रखते हैं, दीदी मेरे को तेल वाला नहीं चाहिए, वाटर का हम कभी नहीं पूछते, we take it casually. Natural gift. Water intake, very important. NEW, new start. S, sunshine, very important. Sun gazing, the first hour after sunrise, please remove your spectacles and gaze the sun. Let it, vitamin D, lot of other things, positive things happen. Because we are habituated, AC, AC, AC. We don't go across in the sun. T, START. T, trust yourself, the soul, not my position, not my intelligence, not my awards, not my reward, not what I've achieved. With whatever achieved, a lot of people have made a lot of grave mistakes also. So trust the supreme, trust the inner self, the soul, trust peace, trust happiness. I will not give up trust, happiness. I will not give up peace. Job ऊपर नीचे हो रहा, अभी the IT sector is not doing very good. Amazon layoff, Google layoff. I was reading one after Sundar Pichai's message. After working for almost around 16 to 20 years, he was asked to leave. 3 a.m. mail aaya, please leave. You know what he said? My granddad used to tell me, start living, stop working. And today I have realized what it means. With so many years of dedication towards Google, Google doesn't think a wink about it and ask me to leave. It was all work, 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 work. And work में थोड़ा ऊपर नीचे होगा तो life हिल जाएगा. So start living. I mean, doesn't mean stop working. So please work, but that should not be the basis of life. And even in here, Brahma Kumaris, I tell, if speaking is working for Girish, if tomorrow for some reason I'm not able to speak, my life will not be shattered. I will lay on the bed sick, but enjoy life because I've experienced, I've trained myself. Life is not about speaking. Life is not about traveling extensively, doing programs, Kalpakkam and all those things. It's all about what is your experience. So STA, what is A stands for? Air. Slow down, breathing. I mean, even if you don't do pranayama, but at least be little 5 minutes. Be conscious of your breath. And if you can do some pranayama, 5 minutes of air. Air is very, air, water, sunshine, these are all natural. And we have, for us, superfood is important. For us, AC is important. For us, geyser water is important. All that is natural. The soul is natural. वो हट करके we have become more artificial. Similarly, nature के भी चीजों को हमने छोड़ दिया है. R, rest, sleep. This is all God's divine stuff. Today I'm not able to sleep properly. 6 hours, 7 hours, whatever the doctors say. Deep sleep. You should die. Sleeping means be dead. Rest. A lot of healing, a lot of immunity building happens when you are in good sleep. And the last one is T. T means temperament. the right temperament, the right self-control, the right attitude towards people, towards society, towards every. Can I have good wishes for everyone? Everyone means everyone. Somebody who did wrong to me also. Still, can I feel good? Can I think good? Can I create good thoughts? So NEWSTART. Nutrition, E for exercise, W for water, S for sunshine, T for trust, A for air, R for rest, and the last T is the right temperament. I mean, at a practical level, little changes. Can I have more wholesome food, not processed food? Can I consciously breathe in and breathe out for 2 minutes before I start my driving? It will calm down. And if you do it from the left and release from the right, your parasympathetic system और calm हो जाओगे. फिर when you are driving, if anything wrong happens, you will not react because you have already. I mean, breathing, we take it for granted. Water, take it for granted. Sunshine, take it for granted. Sleep, taken for granted. यहाँ पे सब गड़बड़ कर दी. And as doctors also, I mean, with due respect. Yeah. So what is life? It's an experience. So let's experience it for 2 minutes. Yeah. You know, at a at a deeper level, people who meditate, when I travel, when I see my badge and white dress, and they say, "Aap meditation sikhate, you teach meditation." Yeah. And the first question is, what should I do to do meditation? I said, that's the whole problem. You're doing is a problem. Don't do anything. Just sit and enjoy. How can I enjoy doing nothing? Can you understand how entangled we are? I have to eat something, I have to listen something, I have to see something, I have to wear something, I have to speak something. Only then I will be happy. Otherwise, it's all pleasure, pleasure, pleasure. Happiness is just like it. Just sit, look at such wonderful souls and be happy. Even if there are no souls, such wonderful chairs and be happy. For no reason, for no season, just be happy. When you are that, you are truly connected to your original self. All the other is an acquired phenomenon. Somebody has taught me, do this, then you will be happy. Get this, then you will be. The get and do is a major problem. Yeah. Okay. Any questions? 2 minutes of meditation. Okay. Chalo. Sit back. Be very comfortable. Completely relax your body. No particular position, whatever you feel like comfortable. Crossed leg, both the legs on the chair, on the floor, anything which is comfortable. Don't bound yourself. The soul is free. Until unless it is unethical and immoral, till that time everything is fine. No restrictions. Silence is not absence of sound. Silence is stopping all that thing which doesn't allow you to experience the real you. Please shed your post, position, experience, age, gender, caste, creed, achievements, responsibilities. It will stop you from experiencing silence. It will stop you from experiencing the real you. When I shed these identities, then the question is, who is left? Who am I? If I'm not a doctor, if I'm not a male or a female, if I'm not a mother, a wife, husband, a senior surgeon,
then who am I? And in these moments of silence, I experience tranquility. I am nothing, just a being of happiness, a being of peace, a being of true unconditional spiritual love. I just know to be peaceful. I just know to love unconditionally, to love myself, to love the Creator, to love this life, to love everybody, everything. I don't know anything else other than love. I feel relaxed, no stress, no anxiety, nothing to get and do, just experience the true innate qualities of the soul. This is meditation at its starting stage. I thank God who taught us to be like this. Thank you, God, for these wonderful moments, these beautiful moments, moments of a fresh new start, moments of new beginning. And every moment I will experience it while working, while in the hospital, while operating and treating and meeting people, while discharging our responsibilities towards our family, society. Every moment I do everything with peace, with love, with happiness, with spiritual energy. I thank the Brahma Kumaris for arranging such a beautiful session. I thank myself for consciously taking time from my busy Sunday to attend this particular program. I have gratitude for everyone, for the five elements of nature. I have a deep sense of gratitude for every little thing on planet Earth. In these moments of silence, please, with a little smile, open your eyes. With a sweet smile, please say, Om Shanti. With a smile on your face, rub your hand. Rub your hand. With, with a feeling of happiness and peace, put it across your eyes. Feel happy. Feel peaceful. Rub across your face, down your neck. Thank you. Om Shanti.